Why am I turned sideways? Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, and happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope y'all are doing well today. Hello, hello. How is everybody doing? And Grima, congrats on that 100 stream streak. Holy moly. Holy moly, Grima. 100 streams. That is insane. Hello, hello, everybody. Hope y'all are doing well today. Make a Rock, Grima, Chevy, Squid James, Dark, Deck. Welcome in. Flaminica, welcome in as well. Metal Spider, welcome in. Hello, hello. Oh, I'm sorry, Chevy. I really hope that it'll get better soon. I'm waiting for the second 100 streak to show itself. Ah, I see. Wasn't even notified about the stream in time, so I came now to see if it started because of some streaming issue, and I guess I was right. Yeah, sorry about that, everybody. The internet kinda did a weird thing. It's not that it was, like, down or anything. It just, for some reason, it was really slow. I don't know why. And it was OBS was having trouble connecting to the server. It's okay. I got it fixed, though. We're all good now, though. Doing good? Been working on a new OC and have spaghetti for dinner? Yes! OC creation, let's go! In the middle of training of Sunhaven speedrun. 2.5 hours in, still a bit less than 3 hours till current record. Oh, goodness! Dang! That's awesome, Flaminica. I wish you luck on that speedrun. The internet had an oopsie doodle. Oh, yeah. I'd like to create my own OC. It looks complicated. Sometimes when you're creating your own world, yes, it can be a little bit complicated and you have to adjust a lot. But, I mean, you still have to adjust a lot when you're creating a character for another universe as well. Like, for example, like an MHA OC, or if you have a, or an OC from another universe, you just have to take a lot of time and care and think about how your character will fit into the world. Might do some art for my OC and share it in the Discord? Yeah! Go for it! Farming resources while I can to save time and effort? Oh, yes. Resources is always good. Marsh, welcome in! Metal Spider! Also as well! Congrats on that 100 stream streak! Nice! To Grima and Metal Spider, thank you so much for watching that many number of times. That is absolutely insane. Thank you so much. Day 5 in Japan is complete. Went to Capcom, Nintendo, and Shonen Jump store in Shibuya. Ooh. Jealous about that. That sounds fantastic. Takes a lot of brain power to create an OC, and I speak from experience. Dark, I speak from experience too. Some work on some concept ideas via bullet points. Yeah. Enjoy your break, Chevy. Goodness gracious. 2 of you at 100 stream streak. That is absolutely nuts. Alex, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Because Arya has too many OCs to count. Yes, that is true. And I'm working on another Persona 3 OC right now, so... And I own 4 and 5 now, so that's gonna be even, that's gonna be even crazier. Still sad I can't be the third 100 streak, but oh well. Maybe next time. Maybe next time, Megarock. You got this. It's nuts. Uh-huh. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it. I prefer to stick to my one. Thank you very much. I don't know. I like P4 Gold and P5 Royal. Yes, I have. There was the Steam sale is up, so I was like, okay. There was a bundle for P3 Portable, P4 Golden, and P5 Royale. So I got all three of those. So that means I'll be able to play the female MC route for Persona 3 as well, so very happy about that. Only bought stuff in Capcom and Shonen Jump though, but I really liked how the places looked. I bought a large Ryu plushie cushion, Ryu chopsticks, and a Resident Evil 2 Remake Leon, and add a small cushion, plushies, and Oshinoko Akane Kurokawa keychain. Nice! Lots of goodies there, Maddie. Arya's next project of Persona AU. Yes, a Persona AU is in the works, I will say. Clotone's route, let's go. Yes! Ah! Don't get me wrong, I love playing Persona 3 Reload. And it's really cool to get to see all the characters in HD. But it kind of stinks that we can only play as the male protagonist. So I'm like, I'm excited to play. I'm excited to play Persona 3 Portable's female route. Leon is best RE protagonist in my opinion. I don't know much about Resident Evil. I know who Leon is. I know who Jill and Chris are, but that's pretty much it. Ida? Huh? Okay. Ada? Ada? I don't know. I don't know. I barely know anything about Resident Evil. Same thing. Same, BK. Back. How do you say your name? How do I say your name? I'm so sorry. But welcome into the chat. Welcome in. The cost issue? Yeah, I know, Marsh. I know. It's sad. Thank you for the hydrate. Hope in the future Persona 6 would have a chance to pick up between male and female main characters. That would be nice. That would be nice. I go by BK. People always get my name confused. Alright. But... blah, blah, blah. Words. BK! Welcome in nonetheless. Happy to have you here. Alrighty though. It is time. It is about that time. It is time to get started. I hope y'all are ready for this. It is time for more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Okay. Get everything ready. Make sure everything is up and loaded. Alrighty. We're good to go. Alright. Where we ended off last time. I don't remember exactly where we ended off, but I know that we were starting the investigation. I know we were starting the... oh, yeah! Yeah! We're in Matt Engarde's house, looking for, Shu the cat. But... there's a door over here.
There's a small door at the bottom of this bigger door, Mr. Nick.
I bet it's for Mr. Engarde's cat to use.
Oh, you mean Shu?
The door. It's locked tight. Well, I guess that's to keep nosy people like me from entering it. Well, whoopsies. Not what I wanted to do. Alright. I don't think there's anything else to examine in here at this point. So let's move back to the hotel. Oh yeah. No! Hello. Hello, old bag. Why do we have to deal with you? Fun fact, the first Persona game in which we could play as the female protag isn't P3, but P2 Eternal Punishment, the other part of Persona 2. Oh, really? That's awesome. All right, bye, Squid James. Thank you so much for coming in. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay sharp. I advise you to focus on your PLAU before your Persona AU so your brain cells don't get burned out. What brain cells? I am running on creative juices. That is not brain cell power. Maya was first, but everyone forgets about her. Unfortunately, I don't know as much about Persona 1 or 2. Am I the only one who thinks that looks like a rip-off Mysterio, or is it just me? That's amazing, BK. Alright. Old Bag's not gonna let us through. So, let's give this letter of introduction to, Old Bag. Maybe if I show her this letter I got from Edgewood. Miss Old Bag, if you would look at... What? You want me to look at this worthless piece of... No! Back off, woman. Edgy poo! Is that her perfume pheromone d'amour I smell? Let's see here. Would you please allow this unsophisticated young person to conduct his investigation? Yours truly, Miles Edgeworth. Yours truly? That man's good at flattery. Fine, but only because Edgy Poo said so, you understand? Oh, goodness. Oh, why, Old Bag? I just thought of something I have to do. Remember, no messing around. You do anything bad and I won't let you off the hook.
It looks like she has strong feelings for Mr. Edgeworth.
So does someone else. Back off, old woman. That may be, but you know nothing's going to come of it.
That's so mean, Mr. Nick! Feelings are meant to be told and shared!
Ow. Every time we talk about love, I always end up with a handprint on my face somehow. So anyway, let's continue with our investigation.
Okay.
Ah! What now? One little thing before I forget. You can't go into Engarde's room today.
Why?
The police main's investigation team is going to be in there all day, you hear? I wonder if they're the team in charge of investigating the killer. So don't go in there!
What a hag!
Indeed. So don't go in there. Set one foot in there and you'll face the rest of Wendy Old Bag.
Ha! I can't read.
I cannot read.
Sparkling wine is a specialty of Mondstadt. Mix it with 3 parts dandelion wine, and the bitterness disappears completely. This concoction is known as Death in the Afternoon. Delectable.
Thank you, Lyra. Thank you for the Kaya line, Lyra. Casually sneaking that in there. Oh my goodness. Oh dear, oh dear. It was worth it? I see. Yeppa. Oh goodness. Yes, good morning! How are we today, Lyra? Let me take a sip of my water real quick. Looks like we're the only ones here.
And yet, the hotel seems so busy somehow.
I'm thirsty.
Thank you for the hydrate again. Take another hydrate. Old Bag would probably see that paper as an autograph or something. Probably. Probably because the police team is scouring for clues about to kill her. Alright. Hallway. Where else are we looking? Oh! Hi, Lotta! Hey, city boy! Lotta, you're still here. Wrecking course! An investigative photographer eats or starves on her ability to snap up the scoop, yeah? And this hotel just has that aura of mystery. You know, like something's always about to happen.
But, do you have a camera?
Reckon given. A photographer's gotta have cameras out the ear like corn to be a real pro, you know? So I'm hanging around here. Speaking of cameras and feeding the mouth, do you have mine, you bread thief? Why can't you drop that thief thing already? Here, I have your camera, please. Wait. Oh, nope. Oopsies. Apparently that wasn't enough. Alright, never mind. Apparently that wasn't what I needed to do. Alrighty. Enjoy your break, Dark. Night of the murder. I want to ask you something about the night of the murder. What? You're really gonna shell out the bucks for the info I got? Lotta, you were loitering in this hallway on the night of the murder, were you not? Well, kinda, but... Brace yourself, Phoenix. Here it comes. I didn't exactly hang around the entire time, you know. Followed a few stars around. Got a few autographs, shook a few hands, had a soda pop with a few of them too. Looks like she wasn't here the entire time that night.
The security lady also wasn't in this hallway the whole time either.
I guess this means there's no one who can tell us who came and went that night. That's a problem. So about the note that was inside your camera case. Oh, that ditty I wrote? Yeah, can I believe what you've written? You mean the stuff about Engarde shoving his manager lady onto Karita? Yeah. Ah, well, I reckon you best not be believing that. What? Look, I sort of wrote that on a whim, you know? Writing whatever came to mind.
Whatever came to mind?
Yeah, when you get down to it, it's just a lot of random bulldooders. Lotta... Lotta... Hey, what's with y'all? Why are you staring at me like my grandpa used to? Hey, and why do you look like you suddenly got older too? Or am I just shrinking here? Goodness gracious, Lotta. Ah! My baby! My $1,600 baby! What's with that red-coated prosecutor anyhow? The guy told me it was evidence and refused to give it back to me. Well, that's kind of how it is. Hey, you're that redcoat's friend, ain't you? So put in a few good words for me and give me my camera back. You want me to do what? Listen, nag the guy real good for about 5 hours and I'll guarantee he'll give it back. Why don't you do your own dirty work? Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going. A tabloid photographer without a camera is just a tabloid, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Keep yourself together out there, you hear? I'm coming to see you in court tomorrow. Okay, see you then. And you too there, little one. Keep up the good work, okay?
Okay.
Don't be picky about your food now.
Okay.
And make sure you do all your homework, you hear?
Okay.
And if you happen to find yourself a camera, would you please just leave already? Goodness me, Lotta Hart. What the character. This won't be the last we see of Lotta Hart, that is for certain. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, Karita's hotel room.
Mr. Nick!
What is that otherworldly, ghastly moaning?
I hate evil ghosts!
I don't think it's a ghost. Maybe it's a demon? Excuse me! What's who you're calling a demon, Brad?
Ah!
Zoinks! It's the alien! Gosh darn it, Phoenix! Gosh darn it! Who are you calling an alien? Oh, it's just you, Miss Oldbag. What are you doing here? What is wrong with youngins today? I came down here to pay my respects to my poor Juan, and you're disturbing me. Right. Like zoinks, Squirrels, that's an alien here, dude. Please talk to me about the night of the murder. Just one more time. I talked about it plenty at the trial. I was fooled, tricked, deceived by that fraud of a photographer and her note. She would lord around here with that imbecilic look on her face. I have no idea.
With that imbecilic look on her face. Okay, got it.
Now, hold on a sec there, you little pipsqueak. If you're gonna take notes, at least make me sound better than that.
Oh, alright.
Now I've seen everything. But you know, I was working that night too. Doing my job, minding my own business. I misclicked. Oh, I see. No, it's not like I had time to waste standing around here the whole night. Right. I was wondering if you could tell me a bit more about Mr. Kurita. He was the most popular star, you know. Especially where it counts in my book. But I heard that he was lagging behind in the polls against Mr. Engarde. Well, that's just a recent thing. Bad luck and all that, you know. But he was going to become an even bigger star than he used to be. Look, just look at this mountain of presents. It's a show of the mountain of feelings all his fans had for him. Yeah, the mountain is pretty big. Certainly nothing to shake its stick at.
Mr. Nick,
What is it, girls?
presents. They're all bears, right?
She's got a point. There isn't a single thing here that isn't a bear. Now let's ask about that. And then Nick and Pearl hide in the bush, hide in the plushies like Shag and Scoob would. Oh my gosh, please. All of Mr. Kurita's presents from his fans seem to be bears. Oh, that's because you can't think of one without thinking about bears.
Bears? Why bears?
You don't know? When my dear one was training, he fought barehanded with a bear. He refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight, they became friends.
Wow, what a heartwarming story.
Look, it's just like in those young people's dramas. I could see those two tuckered out. Down by a river going, hey, you sure can fight. You too, bub, you too. Did all that really happen? It's in his biography, bub. What a load of crock. So ever since then, fans have been giving him bears as presents. Yeah, nice. Bears. Whoa! I am Uncle Bear, and I say it's barely 8 o'clock. Well, what is that infernal racket?
Miki, welcome in.
It's one of the presents going off. Sounds like it's already 8 p.m. Way past your bedtime. Ugh, that startled me. I thought I was going to die for a second.
8 p.m. That's the time when the award ceremony ended that night, remember?
Time sure flies. Hard to believe it's been 2 days since the ceremony. Oh! The transceiver! Hello? Hello? This is not a phone. Maya! How is Maya? You haven't heard her, have you? It seems like you were not able to fulfill your end of the bargain, Mr. Attorney. I have heard the news, so it would seem my present did you no good.
No, missing Maya! Missing Maya!
One more day, please! All I ask is for one more day. I'll get a not guilty verdict for sure this time. Please. I suppose if I must. I need that acquittal more than anything else after all. Please. Please let Maya say something. I want to hear she's alright. Alright. Then... But a little... What is with this static all of a sudden? Hello? Hello? It seems... bad... Connect... Darn it! Did the receiver just suddenly break? Excuse me.
What happened?
I don't know. All of a sudden it became nothing but static.
Missing Maya! Missing Maya!
Why did the transceiver suddenly break like that? We should probably have an electronics expert look at it. Sooner the better. Oh, that's not good. That is really not good. Doesn't seem like there's anything else here that we can do, though. Let's head back to the agency for now. Enjoy your break, Rima. Juan fighting a bear. I wonder if that's a reference to Capcom's Zangief, the Russian cyclone who fought a bear in a snowstorm. Ah, I see. Hey, welcome back, pal. Thought I'd make you a little something for dinner. That's nice. Thanks. A rich man's luxurious full-course meal. Out of a can, that is. I'm sorry you went through all the trouble to cook, but I don't have the time to eat. Whoops. Looks like you don't have a can opener, pal. You gotta be kidding. Here I thought he had already whipped something up. Oh, I know. There's one way I know how to be helpful. Ask me about anything you want, pal. Go ahead. Well, since he's here and offering, I wonder what we should try asking him about. Maybe about the receiver? Maybe about the receiver? Transceiver?
Oh, Mr. Nick! You should ask Mr. Scruffy Detective about that thing.
What thing? Oh yeah, this thing just up and broke all of a sudden. It broke, pal? When I was talking to the kidnapper, it just suddenly broke into static. Look, it sounds like this. I don't hear any static, pal. Huh?
Maybe it fixed itself?
That's strange. I'm sure it was making a loud static noise. Maybe. Maybe what? Maybe it was electromagnetic interference, pal. Electromagnetic interference? Gumshoe's onto something. So what is electromagnetic interference? It's something that happens when a radio wave gets mixed up with another signal, pal. Oh, when you put it that way.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Oh, poor Pearl. Like, for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen. The stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy and starts acting funny, right?
Huh? Computer?
It's like when you use the dryer next to the TV, and the screen starts looking weird.
Oh, yes! The TV does do that! Oh, so that's what you're talking about!
She seems amazingly happy to be able to understand this. So the room you were in when that interference to the transceiver happened, there's gotta be something there that's sending out very strong radio waves, pal. Something like a listening device or something. Ah! Hey, speaking of that, where were you when it happened?
We were in Mr. Kurita's room, the scene of the murder.
What? That's it. I'm gonna sneak into the precinct and get a bug sweeper. I'll meet you at the crime scene later, alright, pal? Wait, Gumshoe. Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah!
We should be going too, Mr. Nick.
Alright, let's go. It's time to move! It's time to move. Welcome back, Dark. Gumshoe is hyped indeed. So by that logic, someone must have hid something in there. Gumshoe is amazing. Hey, you're finally here, pal. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Do you have the, bug sweeper?
Well, you see, I got busted trying to sneak in, pal. And suddenly I'm staring at the precinct doors. From the outside, I mean. So yeah, I couldn't get one of the police bug sweepers. What do you mean you couldn't get one? We need that item. Hey, calm down, pal. I didn't say I didn't get one, just not the police's.
Wow! So this is a bug sweeper.
It looks a little broken. Hey, this was made when I was in elementary school, pal. Oh? By who? Me, of course. Seeing this sure brings back memories. Hey, don't look down on it, pal. Sure, it looks a little beat up. But I put my heart and soul into building this puppy here.
Your heart and soul?
That'll work. Trust me, pal. It'll do the job. But... we can't set the sensitivity. It's gonna beep at anything that gives off electromagnetic waves.
But isn't it better that way?
Ah! Metal pipe incoming! Goodness me. Oh. Well, anyway, since I brought it all the way, I might as well give it a whirl, right, pal? I'm getting that sinking feeling again. Okay, so now I'll tell you how to use this baby. Oh, my favorite theme! There's a listening device or some other sort of bug hidden in this room, pal.
So we're going to find it, right?
Right. Now first, let's turn the sweeper on. Next, move the sweeper around to give the room a real thorough look-see, pal. The sweeper will let you know how strong of a signal it's picking up, so keep an eye on it, okay? Once you find something that's giving off a lot of radio waves, press enter to lock onto it. There's a lot of things in here that's gonna give off radio waves, so let's take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? Alright, I'm gonna go stand outside and keep an eye out. Give me a yell if you find the bug. Got it, pal? That's the lamp. We don't need to look at that. Let's see. Obviously the lamp. Stuff on the floor. There's a cell phone. Beep, beep, beep. Alright, let's see. Let's see. What could be here? Huh?
This is just a giant stuffed teddy bear, right? It's the biggest one I've ever seen.
Hey, so did you guys find it yet? The listening device, I mean?
No, not yet. But this bear's eye is...
Let's see. A perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves. Sounds like you found the device to me, pal. Let's take this big fella's eye out and see what we got.
No, you can't! Such a violent act!
Grr.
No!
Oh! It's a miniature camera, and it looks like there's more. There's a transmitter and a timer. What emitter? A transmitter, pal.
Oh, is this more of that high-tech stuff?
Alright, let's talk about it. So this tiny thing is a camera? Yep, it's a pinhole CCD camera, pal. It's a small, high-grade video camera mostly used in security systems. So it's a video camera. It runs on a battery, which comes with it in a set. But there's no videotape in this camera. This is only the camera part here, pal. The tape recorder with the tape is inside it is somewhere else.
Somewhere else?
The footage is changed into radio waves and then it's sent to that recorder.
So, it's sort of like a TV broadcast, isn't it?
Hey, you're right.
Spy camera. Set to record the victim's room from 8 p.m. for 1 hour. Was running at the time of the murder.
So, what is a transmitter? It's a device that sends the footage the camera took to a specific destination. It's like a video version of a listening device, pal. It looks like it's attached to a small clock-like thing. Oh, that's a timer, pal. You can set it to turn the camera on and record at a certain time with it.
You can set it for a certain time?
Yep. Let's see. This looks like it was set to start at 8 p.m. and go for 1 hour. 8 p.m.? That was the time the award ceremony ended. There's no date set, so it's been recording every night, I guess.
Mr. Detective, how long has this bear been here?
Pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder.
Then maybe...
Maybe this camera caught the murderer on tape. What? And if you think about the angle the bear is at, it's bound to have a clear shot of the whole crime, pal.
Transmitter. Changes the footage taken by the spy camera into radio waves and transmits the data.
Oh my gosh. And the plot thickens indeed.
So, there was a camera in this bear's eye.
And it was disguised as a present. And I'm sure it was here on the night of the murder, pal. It's pretty big, so it stands out pretty well in my mind. But who gave Mr. Corita this present? I don't know, pal. But this means that someone out there got a video of what happened here that night.
Isn't there any way we can find out who that person is?
It's impossible, pal. Radio waves can be sent almost anyway. There's no real way to find out. Is there really no way to find out?
Stuffed bear. The spy camera was set in its right eye, found in the victim's room.
I got it! What? Hey, pal, let me borrow this mini camera for a bit. What are you going to do? I'm gonna go around the electronics shops and see if I can find out who bought this. But that's impossible. I mean, it's already 9 p.m. Leave it to me. Even if I have to search all night, I'll find your man, pal.
Spy camera and transmitter given to Detective Gumshoe.
Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah!
He's gone.
Yeah.
But Mr. Scruffy Detective sure is a nice man. He's pushing himself so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake.
It's a mystery. How you always manage to do things in the most inefficient ways, right? Ah!
Hi!
Hi.
You'll have to excuse me. I heard your conversation just now. Edgeworth, what are you doing here? A rescue team has been created and deployed. I can't say I'm optimistic. We have to move forward, one step at a time. I see. Thanks. Don't thank me yet.
Hi, Lyra. Thank you for paying attention.
Don't thank me yet. We still have to find her. So, there was a spy camera hidden in this stuffed animal, huh? You are one lucky man, right? Huh? Do you know this stuffed bear, little girl?
I have no idea.
Of course not. The maker of this bear is very expensive luxury brand from overseas. It's completely handmade, and only a small number of these are exported here. What?
Joshua, welcome in.
The camera and transmitter that Scatterbrain Detective took with him are dead ends. Things like those can be bought anywhere. However, this bear is different. By tracking how it got into this country, this bear can tell us who the buyer is.
Can you really do that? Mr. Nick, can you really?
Well, I guess so. It's 9 p.m. I think I can still make it in time. Huh? I'll be taking this for now. I'm sure you have other things you have to do.
Stuffed bear snatched up by Edgeworth.
See you soon, right? Wait! What? Why are you doing this? I have no interest in explaining myself to someone who cannot comprehend. But besides that, right? Until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question. who was the person that murdered Juan Corrida? The real killer. Do you really still think it was Adrian Andrews? To be honest, I don't know anymore. You still have a little time left. Find the truth, right? Everything begins with the truth. Juan Corrida's real killer. Miss Andrews' past. The kidnapper whose sole condition is an acquittal for Mr. Engarde.
Morning, Slayer! Welcome in.
And this card, Shelley the Killer. Maya, the only way I can save you now is to find all the answers to this case tonight. I don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgeworth. But as you said, all I can do for now is find the truth.
To be continued. So many paths and yet only one truth. And now Miles walks off with a giant plushie on his back, with people wondering what's up.
It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it? I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya.
These things take time. I'd say probably not. The police are professional, girls. They'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay.
You're right.
Oh, poor Pearly. I just got Ace Attorney last night for my Switch. Ooh, awesome. Hope you enjoy it, Slayer.
So the real person who killed Mr. Corrida was...
That assassin, Mr. Shelley the Killer, right?
And the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who is his client?
You mean, who asked for the murder?
That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood. Whoever this client is, you're still a killer.
Oh, poor Pearly.
Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews?
I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself?
But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then... No, it can't be.
Not Engarde himself?
Was it Matt Engarde? Oh.
If Mr. Engarde really did hire the assassin,
And he's not innocent at all. Far from it. He would be guilty of the crime.
but it can't be Mr. Engarde, right? I mean, when we first talked to him...
Mr. Engarde, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Corrida? Alright, just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone. And that includes Juan Corrida, okay? I didn't see any Cyclops at that time. Actually, that reminds me.
Did you remember something, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting.
So what is this interesting thing?
Even if they didn't do it themselves, they're still responsible for the ordering of it. They can still be tried. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearls?
Juan had bet everything on the Jamma Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought, anyway. It looked like somehow Juan had his hands in a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
Mr. Engarde's secret? What is the secret?
I don't know yet.
But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Corito was going to reveal this secret. That means Mr. Engarde had plenty of motive to have Mr. Corito silence. Which means we have to meet with Mr. Engarde. There's no way around it now.
Alright. No locks on Matt, but that doesn't mean complete innocence now, does it? Nope. It just means that he's not lying.
Wow, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it's past 9 p.m. already. But we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of this secret Mr. Corito held about Mr. Engarde. And Miss Sanders' real intention. These are two things I must know tonight.
But aren't visiting hours over at the detention center?
I'm sure we'll think of something, girls. Don't you worry.
Alright, let's vamoose out of here.
Anyone who doesn't like Gumshoe has no soul. Oh, goodness, Dark.
Ah! Hi, old bag. Goodness gracious, you scared me.
Oh! Hey, wait!
What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is nothing has ever blah, 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 blah. 1, 2, 3. All I know is nothing that has ever anything to do with you is ever good. Just like now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason. And I was told to use it to search the whole hotel.
That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe.
I don't know, and frankly I don't care, but the request came from Edgypoo, so...
Edgeworth.
And he said...
If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer.
So I'm going to feel free to direct all my anger towards you.
Gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are.
He was trying to... I'm sorry, but he was trying to get... Old Bag on his side. Nothing personal, Phoenix. This is absolutely top secret, so you'd better keep it to yourself. I did say that earlier, Dark. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of the presents.
Very interesting.
I'm sure it was, you know. It was the Cat 4-1 in the middle of a scandalous meeting.
Scandalous? What's that?
It means, well, you know, that gossip that's been going around about my dear Juan.
Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews? I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Corito.
I'll let you in on another secret, youngin. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious puffy-haired photographer girl. The nerve of some people. Spying on people by herself, as if I wouldn't want to see it for myself, too.
Wow. The alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change.
I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I bet it can't be that it's nothing good.
I didn't say anything.
Goodness gracious. So you want to know about Juan and that manager, right? Actually, as I hear it, there was something of a refreshing pair.
I'm thirsty.
Thank you for the hydrate. And Shades, welcome in.
Oh?
I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard.
That manager? Who are you talking about?
You don't know? That manager woman Juan had. Oh! 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 It's a shame she killed herself, though. Get that off the screen. Goodness gracious.
Oh. You're talking about Miss Celeste Impacts. Miss Andrews' mentor, right?
Yes, yes, that's the one. That Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married, you know.
Married? You mean to Mr. Corito?
Really, you young kids today don't know anything, do you? That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement.
3 days after their marriage announcement? What
happened there? Why would Miss Impax want to kill herself? She was going to get married.
Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan.
What?
But they were going to get married, right? They promised each other, right?
They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage.
Is that true?
It was in the weekly magazines.
But why? Why did he do that?
That was not in the magazines, unfortunately.
I see.
Oh, that image again. Oh. That night, after Juan called off the wedding, that manager, Celeste, killed herself.
How terrible.
I wonder what happened between those two.
Oh my gosh. Goodness gracious. Alright. Good gravy, these images in this case.
On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. I guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. It looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down.
Alright. We should get to the detention center to see if we can talk with...
Doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here.
Well, he's out there with that camera asking around at all the electronic stores.
And I'll make some salad for him for dinner.
It looks like Pearls really appreciates what Gumshoe is doing for us.
Mr. Nick,
Yes?
where's the lettuce?
I don't think I've ever bought lettuce before.
Oh, guess I have to give up on making a salad then.
Guess the lack of lettuce is kind of a problem.
Oh, poor Pearl. Poor Pearly.
Visiting hours ended a few hours ago. Looks like we're not going to get a chance to talk with Mr. Engarde tonight.
But isn't that what we have to ask very important?
Yeah, but I don't think that matters to the guard.
Yeah, there isn't really anything we can do.
I'm thirsty.
Thank you for the hydrate. Gumshoe is awesome. I'd hire him for sure if I could. Oh, absolutely! Gosh darn it. Thank you for the stretch as well. Goodness gracious. Ooh. Is there something we can do?
Visiting hours ended hours ago, so what's he watching over now?
Maybe he did something bad and is standing there as punishment.
Somehow, I don't think that's it.
I don't know. We'll have to come back another time, I guess.
It sort of feels tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened. You're Mr. Engarde's lawyer, right? Ah, yes, sir. Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness. A decisive witness? You mean for the Engarde case? We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. What's Edgeworth up to now?
Who is this witness?
I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer.
Mr. Nick?
Between the kidnapper's demand and now this, can't see any way to win here. Oh yeah, Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something. He did? Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so here you go.
What?
I've already called them, so they know. Go on, talk to your heart's content. Thank you very much.
This is such good news, Mr. Nick!
No worries, Pete. Welcome in.
Go talk to your heart's content? Sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag.
Hey! And now we can actually talk to our client. Beat, we found a video camera inside of a stuffed bear in Mr. Corita's room. So, yeah. And now Edgeworth is helping us try to figure out who bought the bear.
I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. Engarde and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear?
Let's hear Miss Andrews' side. No worries, Dark. Genshin! Ordinary Genshin player, welcome in. How are we doing today, Ordinary? Oh, it's you.
I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour. There are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight.
Me? I thought your client was Matt.
I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about the secret Mr. Kurita had on Mr. Engarde.
Closer and closer, yes, and save Maya. That is the plan.
I'd like to ask you about Matt Engarde if you don't mind.
Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean.
You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. Engarde. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival?
That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing. I see. I wonder how Pearl is gonna feel about this in her later years. I wonder.
About Miss Celeste Impax.
I had finally put her death behind me. And now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface.
I'm sorry.
Oh gosh, with that image again. Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. Dark hell is not considered a swear word. And it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. Please leave that kind of stuff to the mods to deal with. That's true, Magorog, that's true. I wanted to get her suicide note back, and to burn it.
You wanted to burn it? But why?
I didn't want it to spread just like another piece of gossip. But I've never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid.
The suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why did you try to frame Mr. Engarde?
That's simple. Because he's the killer. That's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police?
But there had to be another way.
The police are excellent at doing their job, so they'd figure it out, right?
Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death. Oh! Ooh. Harboring a little bit of ill intent towards the police there.
Miss Andrews.
Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason. So please, tell me what you did. Tell me why you did what you did.
Revenge.
Huh? Did you say something just now?
Oh! Ooh!
A psych lock, huh?
Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy.
I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say revenge.
Dun dun dun! Oh dear. Goodness me. It seems like we have more mysteries to unlock. But for now, I think I'm going to take a break. We will solve this mystery and unlock this lock when I get back. I will be right back, everybody. Don't go anywhere. BRB! I am back. Oh boy, oh boy. Things are getting intense. Alrighty. We'll have to figure out how to unlock this lock. This psych lock. We're in an interesting situation right now. Side note, I can understand the venom AA has toward the cops, for unfortunately, the police aren't always reliable. Yeah, I know, but it still really stinks to hear that.
Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me. Uh-oh.
Ah! Hi! It's Will Powers!
Mr. Powers?
What happened? Why are you here?
You see, I got roped into this somehow.
What?
And now I'm going to testify at tomorrow's trial. So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers? I was talking with a detective until a little while ago when I was on my way home. When all of a sudden, you there! You're under arrest! And I was brought back here. Oh. He said my face and whole self in general looked suspicious or something.
Oh, poor Powers.
Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious. I'm just a normal guy with on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime?
Oh, poor Mr. Powers. Poor guy.
So how about this testimony you're giving? What are you going to talk about? I really don't know yet. It sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me. You saw something important? Why, what was it? Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, and especially not that lawyer, he said.
Who do you think is that lawyer the detective was talking about?
I'm going to take a wild guess and say it's me. Yeah, you got it.
Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya and myself are your only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright.
So, Edgeworth is an ally too, in a way, you know. Powers being discriminated for his looks. Oh yeah. Hi DBZ, welcome in.
Ouch. I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? You're just biased for Edgeworth.
Okay. Matt on guard.
He's gonna do a whole lot of damage to Matt, you know. Because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going.
But what is he really like?
Well, let's see. Matt's always been kind of a player with women. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say it's just a game to justify himself.
What? How horrible! That's unforgivable! Unforgivable!
Ow. Sorry. Didn't mean to offend you. But you know, he said once that there's only one person in this world who won't swoon over him. One person who won't swoon over him? His manager, you know? Miss Adrian Andrews. Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic?
Oh.
You see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities in their world have this dazzling sort of image, right? Dazzling sort of image? But aren't you a part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers? No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see. But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of the other stars around me as things happen. Well, that's true.
I'm thirsty.
Thank you for the hydrate.
Oh hey, so did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide?
Thank you for the stretch break as well.
Celeste's impacts?
We heard something about how her wedding was canceled.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Thought about it a little the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead. Mr. Powers is so charged up, his skin is practically glowing with electricity.
Seems like he has some information to tell us.
Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. And they say that Juan went and hid it. We heard about that in court today. There wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note. Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is.
Something bad for Mr. Kurita?
Why do you figure so? Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said, it looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man. Truly insidious man? Did she mean Mr. Kurita by that? Well, there's no one else that fits that bill, right? And that would be reason enough for him to hide the suicide note. I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you. You're welcome. Mr. Engarde and Miss Andrews. They're both at the detention center right now. There are still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything.
Oh boy. Let's see. Let's see. We've already talked to Adrian. So, I think we need to talk to... We have a few questions for Mr. Matt Engarde.
Dude, it's Mr. Wright! Hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you. I hope so too. Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me by saying that Juan Kurita was killed by an assassin, and that the assassin's client is this man, Matt Engarde. What's wrong? Mr. Engarde, there's something I must know with 100% certainty. You seem kind of different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer to self. About the press conference. You mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as the Nickel Samurai? Yeah, I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews.
It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
Can you please fill me in on what the secret is, please? Oh! Whoa! Whoa! I knew this was coming.
Mr. Nick? Don't tell me.
Cyclops. You said a secret, right? But I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude? Right. Do you know about Mr. Kurita and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know any of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life. Miss Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Kurita.
I'm thirsty.
Thank you for the hydrate.
What?
Thank you for the stretch. Oh my gosh.
Once there are sufficient records in the databank, the flow of individuals will link together seemingly independent events.
Thank you for the Don Hung line. Oh my gosh. I think this is the most locked we've seen thus far. Oh yeah, for sure.
Her mentor was Mr. Kurita's manager. And Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste's impact suicide note from him. Celeste. Does that jog any memories? Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for pizza? My treat.
Mr.
Oh my gosh, Pearl. How did that happen? Oh. You poor sweet child. You poor sweet child. Oh. Let's go eat one later, okay? Good idea. Ah, got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. Well, how about we get our minds off just talking about something else, okay? Mr. Engarde. Are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way?
Boy, oh boy.
Boy, oh boy. Ah, goodness. Someone give this child some pizza. Oh, absolutely. Huh?
Mr. Nick, your phone!
I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous.
It's probably just your imagination. You should really pick it up, Mr. Nick. It could be important.
Hello? We got a big problem, pal! What's wrong? I'm on my way to your office right now. Okay. Hey, wait a sec. Why is he coming here? It's terrible. I don't know what to say, pal. It's the end. I say I'm going to... Oh. I got here faster than I thought. Hey. No time to relax now, pal. I'm confused as anything. Well, what happened? We got him. We know who bought that spy camera. This quickly? And this bear's what gave him away, pal. Bear. I figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera.
But wasn't it Mr. Edward that figured?
Shh, pearls. And go on. There's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to this crime.
Who is it? Who would be so rude as to spy on another person in their room?
Matt Engarde.
Huh?
Matt Engarde. Your client, that's who, pal. Here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Oh dear. So Matt did buy the bear. Are you sure you heard right? That the person who bought this bear was... I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for that purchase. For $3,800, pal. That's an exact match to the price of that stuffed bear. Receipt? That's all you have? Nah, it's not just a receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. Engarde. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. Engarde's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure that person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. Engarde himself. My sight is failing me. This can't be.
A receipt for $3,800. Proof that Engarde bought a stuffed bear identical to one in evidence.
So what about the spy camera we have? Ah, that was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I give these back to you for it to file away into evidence.
Alright. Spy camera, transmitter, and stuffed bear refiled into the court record.
I know you don't want to give up, pal. I never thought. I didn't think this was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Juan Corrida's room was Matt Engarde.
Why would Mr. Engarde do something like this?
I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Corrida in one of their rendezvous. I bet it's not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera. Are you gonna see him? Mr. Engarde, I mean? Yes.
I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we'll find out next.
I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for Pearls. Matt Engarde, what in the world have you done? Oh dear, and the plot thickens again. Alright, time to go talk to Mr. Matthew Engarde. You're working really late, you know. It's already past 10 p.m., dude. I
think it's time you told me the truth.
I do, DBZ, but not that well. I don't know it well enough. I don't think.
Relax. Don't you know that ignorance is bliss? But if you really want to know, let's talk.
Alright. Time to get rid of these locks. Pieces are falling into place. The pieces are falling into place, one by one.
Now, let's hear what this secret of yours is. What is Mr. Kurita had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed? I told you before, dude, I don't know. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Ryan, I can keep on saying it till I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on, I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me. Huh? I know you paid close attention to Mr. Kurita, especially on that night.
Because we have a spy camera that proves you were there. Well, you were watching.
Someone used this camera to secretly film Mr. Kurita's room the night of the murder. Secretly film? What? And then sent the images the camera took with this transmitter. Wow. Dude, where was this camera you're talking about hidden?
Inside the bear.
The spy camera was hidden in this bear's eye. A bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan. Guess Juan had a few of those kinds of fans too, huh, dude? Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan. Sure, dude? Who else could it be from? The person who gave this bear to Mr. Kurita was...
It was you, Mad Engarde.
Take that! Mr. Engarde, don't you know this bear from somewhere? I don't think I've ever met Mr. Bear before, dude. Aw, but he says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend? What else did the bear tell you? He says that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. Engarde. If I didn't know you work in court, I'd think I was in some serious trouble. If I didn't know how you work in court, I'd think I was in some serious trouble. Come on, this is all a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg. Looks like you're not ready to give up your secret yet. Well, do you have any proof you want to show me first? Here's the proof that it was you who put the camera inside the bear.
We have receipt. We have receipts. What's that saying? Receipts, or it didn't happen, or something like that?
Take that!
I like how they're talking about the bear like it's an actual person. Oh yeah.
I have here one credit card receipt, Mr. Engarde. And it's from you when you bought the stuffed bear. Dude, all you can tell from this is that I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time, okay? This $3,800. This could be the toothbrush I bought that one time. A $3,800 toothbrush? It's ivory, and it's got elephant hair for bristles. Ew. Elephant hair? Is that what rich people use nowadays? Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not? Dude, you should have said that earlier. So can I ask you one thing? Yes? You're my lawyer, right, dude? So if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that? Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you. Sounds more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay? No, not yet. I haven't even asked why you set the camera up yet. And what your secret is. Of course, it would be strictly confidential. So, what are you gonna do now? I'm going to find out what I want to know, because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Purita's room and filmed in secret is
Because you hired an assassin. Because you hired the assassin.
What is this card? Maybe he doesn't know about this card. This is a certain man's calling card. The man's name is Shelly the Killer. And I'm sure you know of him, don't you? Here we go. Shelly the Killer. That's ridiculous. Why would I know some shady scumbag like him? You really don't know him, then why are you acting so jumpy all of a sudden? This is it. I'm finally starting to get to the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. Mr. Matt Engarde. I know why you know Mr. the Killer. It's because you're his client. Since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew. You knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So how? How would you know something like that? It's because you're his client. That's why. You hired Shelly the Killer.
Amazing.
To assassinate
Mission complete.
Mr. Kurita. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is you, Matt Engarde. Here I was trying to be a good boy for you, dude. Huh? I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought anyway. Mr. Engarde, you really did hire? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult myself, okay? Consult myself? Well, guess it's probably about time anyway. About time for what? I think it's time for you to meet him now, Mr. Lawyer Dude. Oh gosh, here goes! Ah! How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Matt Engarde. There he is! Mr. Matthew Engarde. The real Matthew Engarde.
Every puzzle has an answer.
Thank you for the latent praise. Oof.
Well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have. You really... So you are Shelly the Killer's client? You didn't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, did you?
What do you mean?
And that woman, Adrian, was quite brave herself, trying to stick the crime on me. I didn't think she had it in her. All I care about is that Juan is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer?
That's... You're lying! What a terrible...
It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Go on and let us grown-ups talk about more adult things.
But why? Why did you hide the video camera
A weakling soon believes the words of others. Just like that pathetic Adrian. You knew about Miss Andrews' secret? But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone. Least of all, assassins. What? Oh, calm down, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deed over their heads. And a superstar like me, how much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess?
And that's why...
Yes, and that's where the video comes in. It's got his face and the whole crime scene recorded on it, preserved for all time. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. That's right, that video is my insurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Wright?
Why would you do something so wrong?
Because I'm a grown-up, and I can. Good enough of an answer for you, little girl?
Oh, jeez. Don't talk to Pearl like that, you man. You don't deserve to talk to her like that.
Why? Why would you kill Mr. Kurita?
Because he was about to sling so much dung onto my beautiful public image. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they? This is all because of that press conference, isn't it?
If Mr. Kurita had been able to get it, then Mr. Engarde's secret would have...
Ah, well, that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know? I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit it crept up on me. And then the situation just presented itself perfectly. How beautiful.
That's how Mr. Kurita ended up dead.
Hold on.
Phew! Excuse me.
Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone. People are simply things to be used and thrown away.
Yeah, I hate him. Absolutely, I hate him. Thank you, everybody.
Put on a sweet, innocent face and people will swallow anything you feed them. Adrian fell for it. The assassin, too. Oh, and how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer. Everyone, all working their butts off for me. Mad on guard. Aw, did that leave you speechless? What a shame. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You've grown awfully quiet. How could I have been deceived by you all this time? When we first met, I asked if you had killed Juan Kurita, and you answered very clearly that you hadn't killed anyone. Hey now, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was that killer guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a catnap in my room. You killed Mr. Kurita! I dare you to say that in court tomorrow. Oh, but too bad, you can't. You're my lawyer after all, aren't you? You could always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How does that sound? Oh, but you can't, can you? That would be the one thing you absolutely can't do.
Mystic Maya!
You wouldn't want to test a killer. He's a man of his word, or so I hear. You could end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose. You scoundrel. So if I were you, Mr. Wright, Miss Squire, I think I would give it my all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution. I'll get you for this. That's such a cliche phrase. Juan said something just like that, if memory serves. Of course, well, we all know how well things turned out for him, don't we? Good night, Mr. Lawyer.
Once there are sufficient records in the databank, the flow of individuals will link together seemingly independent events.
Thank you for the Don Hung line. Oh my gosh.
Maya, what am I supposed to do? Now you finally found it. The starting line of this case. Edgeworth. I don't care for the horrid atmosphere. Let's return to the precinct.
Oh my gosh! Ah!
Well, right. What are you going to do? If you plan on changing your strategy.
No! We can't do that!
That's right. He's holding Maya hostage. What should I do? That's not something I can answer for you.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Right. Only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago, at that time, I didn't truly understand what a prosecutor was. And that is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I felt that I couldn't stand in a court of law until I really knew what a prosecutor was. And now, Wright, it's your turn. My turn? What is this thing called a lawyer? What can you do with one? You must find the answer. And you must find it on your own.
Telling Phoenix the truth there. Ah.
I'm a lawyer. To fight for someone who is clearly a killer. That honor. That man is really... Ah! It doesn't matter who. Every person deserves a proper defense and a fair trial. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system? Proper defense? But what exactly is that? Is this where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery? Ironic that you of all people should say such a thing. Isn't that exactly how you've fought for your clients up until now? Well, that may be true, but that's because I believed in my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. If I were to get on guard and acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all.
Yo, he's been under there for a while, DBZ. I know this case, but he still makes me mad. Mad on guard still makes me mad.
I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who were suffering and in pain. When I look at this mess we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do. Right. Would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong. Huh? We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. You want to save someone? That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say?
That's...
You are a defense attorney. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do.
This is why Edgeworth is the best.
People like you and Francisca von Karma are always using all you have to pin me down. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict, for a man I clearly know to be guilty. Francisca, she fights for herself. The only thing she fights for is for a perfect win record. That's all. And? Isn't that the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You were so petty.
Okay, Phoenix, that's taking it too far.
I see. Now I understand why you despise me. However, you are mistaken. What do you... Thanks to you. You sealed off my path to a perfect win record. I began to realize the error of my ways. I realized that things such as a perfect record were meaningless.
What?
I don't believe you. Are you saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? But then, why? Why are you here now? The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, then you will be powerless to change the ending of this story.
Mr. Nick! Transceiver!
I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Now then, Mr. Attorney, do you wager you can obtain an acquittal tomorrow? My, what is the matter, Mr. Attorney? I don't sense your usual anger this time. Tell me, please, why are you holding Maya's hostage for Mr. Engarde's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer? Right. Please don't misunderstand this. He is my client. Don't toy with me. A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself. I believe you were asking me for a reason as to why I'm doing what I am. Yeah? This is what I like to call my aftercare. What the heck is aftercare? My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my clients for my handiwork. That is what is called client relations, and is a part of my assassin's duty. An assassin's duty? You were unlucky this time, and my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to do to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney, and to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end. What is your name? I believe I told you once before, however. You did, but my name is the Killer. Shelley the Killer. You're Shelley the Killer! Please keep in mind, you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As a killer, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of the bargain... Maya! It would be my duty as an assassin to see if she receives a nice long nap. Now then, if you'll excuse me, if someone were to trace this signal back to you, it would be quite troublesome. Huh? A cat?
Missing Maya! Missing Maya!
I don't know what to say. Edgeworth! Hmm? Did you hear that? At the end of that transmission? Huh? Oh, that. It sounded like a cat.
A cat?
Can't be. That cat. Can it?
What is it?
I think I know where Shelley the Killer is holding Maya hostage. Edgeworth, have all the police units head for the Engarde mansion immediately. Alright, you hurry over as well. Don't lose hope yet, girls. The fight has only just begun.
Yeah!
Alright, let's go! To the Engarde mansion. Nope. That's the wrong button. To the Engarde mansion. Let's go! Let's go!
Maya!
Please answer us! Missing Maya!
We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area. I can't believe it. That butler. All this time. He was the killer. He and Engarde were working together all this time. I'm sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time.
Oh, goodness. Huh?
Oh, it's a figurine of a bear! But there are a lot of cuts in it for some reason.
A bear? Isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Burrito? Why would something like this be here? Right, look down. There's a little pit door installed.
I'm sure that's for Shield.
Do you think that this came through that little door? This door, it's locked. Well, I'm pretty used to breaking doors down by now. Let's go, Edgeworth.
Break the door!
Ah! There's no one here! From the looks of this room, I would say this is Engarde's private lounge. Look at this. An antenna for sending and receiving radio signals at a VCR. Check inside the deck. There's a tape. It would be an important piece of evidence. If you were lucky, you'll have the moment the crime was recorded on.
Professor! It's all gone cuckoo loco!
It has all gone cuckoo loco.
I'm sorry. The tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found.
No!
There's no mistake that someone used this to record something. It looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it. It's a VCR and an antenna. The footage that the spy camera took at the scene of the crime was beamed here and recorded on tape.
If only we had that tape. It would be really helpful.
I know. It's Engarde's computer. I couldn't have used this to get help.
Mr. Nick! Where's the power switch?
Oh, I get it. That's what happened. She couldn't find the power switch. I can't read all the labels. This is a very large collection of videotapes. It looks like Engarde taped all of his own shows. Egotistical much? Huge television and speakers room largely here. I'm sure if Maya saw this, she'd say,
I would die a happy samurai fan if I could see the Nickel Samurai on a TV like this.
yeah, that's what she'd say. Ah, I can't believe I just made a joke about Maya, all things considered.
Oh, there's another room.
We've searched all over, but it looks like he got away. I'm sorry. It looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And now, we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. That little girl is looking to you to be her pillar. Yeah, you're right. We're close, I can tell. We've already set checkup points along every road leading out of the district. Leave the rest to us. Maya.
Huh? What's this?
This looks like a picture of Miss Impax. With love, Celeste.
Miss Impax. You mean...
Yes, Mr. Kurita's former manager.
Why would a picture of Miss Impax be here in Mr. Engarde's mansion?
And why does it say with love? This might be a clue.
Celeste's photo. Found in Engarde Mansion. With love, Celeste is written on it.
What's wrong, Pearls?
Please let me see that picture frame!
Huh? What's so special about the frame?
On the back! There's something written on the back of the frame! Maya! It's Mystic Maya! She left us a message!
What?
I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You'd better get Engarde a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever. I'm fine, so you don't need to worry. There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Pearly, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's gotta watch out for this helpless lump. That's it for now, Nick. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. That's right. No! Missing Maya!
Right. What's wrong? Like a blank stare. Oh, nothing. We've searched the house. This is the last room. It looks like he eluded us. Edgeworth. Yes? As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm going to get. I'm still short one last thing. And what is that?
That one psych lock.
I could just find out what secret she's holding. I think I stand a chance in court tomorrow. To blow this case wide open and expose the truth. I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, please. It's time to open that last lock.
Oh, poor Pearly.
Good evening, Mr. Wright.
What's wrong? You look ill.
Miss Andrews, I've come to remove your psych lock.
Psych lock?
I want to know, and you will tell me, your secret.
Fine. Go ahead. Try to break me if you can. Alright. Oh boy, here goes. Why frame him?
Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. Engarde for the murder?
I've already told you countless times. It's because I thought Mac was the killer.
No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. Engarde. Miss Andrews, You may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge.
So you were saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt, and that's why. What an
Axel, please. The name's Lee. Got it memorized?
Gosh darn it. Y'all, I'm getting this every time I get in the zone for reading, sometimes. Goodness me. Oh, goodness gracious. Every time we open a box, there's another one hidden inside. Oh, yes.
I'm thirsty.
Oh, yes. Alright. Thank you for the hydrate. Our job is taking Ari out of the zone. Ah ha ha. What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for.
Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on other people. There's something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge.
Only one person.
Take that!
Celeste.
There was only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings, and even revenge. And that is Miss Impax's suicide.
What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. Ah! On top of that, the one who hid her suicide note was also Juan. What does all of this have to do with Matt?
You're right. You haven't mentioned him yet. But for you to hate Mr. Engarde would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Impax and her suicide.
Can you explain to me this relation between Celeste and Matt? How about that picture in his house that was titled, "With Love"?
Take that!
This is a photo of Miss Impax, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though.
What?
With love, Celeste. This is Miss Impax's handwriting, isn't it?
Where did you find this? No, that's all right. It was a rhetorical question.
Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. Engarde's mansion.
And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed.
There it is.
The final psych lock. Celeste. She was supposed to get married to Juan.
Yes, but I heard that it didn't work out.
Every puzzle has an answer.
Thank you for the latent praise.
Because Mr. Kurita didn't want to get married to her anymore, right?
Yes, because of Matt.
Because of Mr. Engarde? What do you mean?
I think I can see where this is going.
Celeste. She was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at that time. I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together.
So that's why. With love, Celeste is written on the frame of that picture.
They were a couple, weren't they?
It wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used. Toyed with until she was thrown away.
That's so horrible.
Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that. Which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios. And that is where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him. Even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were such a good match, they were even planning to get married. And then, it was suddenly called off. On the night Juan called their marriage off, Celeste, she killed herself. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself. And truths are coming out. And once again, this all leads back to Matt's fault. Because Matt is a horrible person. I'm sure you can even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste. I see. So that's what happened.
But then why did Mr. Kurita have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all.
It was probably out of his worthless male pride. Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most.
Poor Miss Impax.
That wasn't the end of it. That day, I'm almost certain that Celeste left a suicide note behind. And in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds, and so that she would never again be hurt by Matt, she chose to die. Then when Juan discovered her body, he hid her note.
Why would he do that?
It's simple. Juan realized that note was a powerful weapon against Matt, and it would be especially damaging to his refreshing like a spring breeze image. In any case, with his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge. Revenge. There's that word again. Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note. At a time that would cause Matt the most damage, of course. And that was the press conference after the stage show. I know all about it because I heard about it all from Juan. It was so I could find out about all of this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on one another after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was going to burn it. I had even brought a lighter. But I couldn't find the suicide note. And that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring them my own kind of cruel vengeance. Celeste was killed by those two monsters. So when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still going to help that man?
I'm a lawyer.
I see. What a foul profession.
Thank you very much for your time, and for talking with me.
It was no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway.
I can't sleep either. Not with Maya's situation.
To be continued. And there you have it, folks. Meeting the real Matt Engarde. And not only that, now Phoenix has a terrible choice to make. Ah! Goodness gracious. Yeah, that was a lot. Yeah. This case, like I said, this case mentions some very, very, very dark topics. But that means next week, we will finish this case. We'll be on the final day of the trial. I was so waiting for a case where we have the bad person to defend. Yup, and now you have it.
Thank you for the head pats. Thank you for the head pats.
I need to rest my brain. Arya's thoughts are just on Matt. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Matt Engarde is just detestable. He's so evil. So bad. Nah. I can't deal with him. Dylan and Mango, welcome in. You caught us just as we were ending. We're about to go and raid somebody. Going back to Nick and Miles' perfection talk, perfection can't bring happiness in the end. Nor is it real, at least in my eyes. Well, at least not true perfection that people think about. The perfection that people imagine is like almost not achievable. That's why it's called doing our best. Matt needs to be thrown in a cage with the key thrown away. Oh yeah. Mama Mango! Alrighty. Thank you so much for coming today, everyone, and for showing all of the love and support today. Goodness gracious. Next week, we will definitely be able to finish this case, though. Yes, Mango, we're just about to finish. Also, big sense of honor from the killer for his clients. Doesn't mean it's a good thing. No, definitely not. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and find somebody to raid today. Let's see. Hold on. Is that a Shindari? It is! Shindari, it's been a while! It's been a while since we've seen our friend Shindari. Let's go ahead and give him a raid today. Let's see. Doing some midnight doodles and rambles because I can't sleep. Oh no! But yeah, it's been a while. Let's go raid our ghost boyfriend. Alrighty. Ghost boyfriend. Separate word. So please don't. Anyway. If you're heading over to the raid, please be sure to type Shadesley raid in the chat below when we get over there so that it shows that we are there to support. I said the wrong word, I'm sorry. We do have a raid message that is follower friendly. Feel free to use that if you would like, or you can make one of your own. Alrighty. If you're headed over there, be sure to follow all of his rules as you would mine. And once again, as always, have fun. Alrighty. Tomorrow there is no stream because I am off on Wednesdays, but on Thursday we will be back with Professor Layton. We will be starting the 4th game of the series, Professor Layton and the Last Spectre. We going into the prequels, you guys. Can't wait to see you then. Alrighty. Thank you so much for coming, everybody, and I will see you all on Thursday. Bye! Stay sharp, Shade Slayers!